It's the SKOR North Twins Show.
All right, SKOR North Twins Show. What's going on, everyone? Declan Goff here to break down what the hell happened in a hot and humid Tampa Bay. SKOR North Twins Show, a little recap, extra innings episode here. Plus, I got some notes on some Twins prospects as well. It's not all just doom and gloom here to recap this one. If you haven't already, hit the like button and the subscribe button here on the SKOR North Twins Show YouTube channel. We're almost to 5,200 subs, so thank you very much for everyone that has liked and subscribed to this channel. If this is stuff you like, if you're looking for Twins updates, whether it's the latest rumors, injury updates, prospect updates, information from the clubhouse, whatever you want, this is the place for you for that type of stuff. Hit the like button, subscribe button on this YouTube channel. All right. First one right here. Declan did do this to us, bro, from Chronosfy on YouTube. I didn't do anything, okay? It's not my fault the offense fell silent, all right? I mean, I always say don't let the Twins get hot, and this is the perfect example. This is where you can't let the Twins get hot. People start to count them out, then they get hot. I know it was very hot. I'm using that word a lot here in Tampa Bay, but the Twins do drop this series. They fall today by a score of 5-0 to Tampa. I think it was like a real feel of 103, 105 at first pitch. A noon game in the Tampa, Florida weather is a choice. And unfortunately today, the Twins weren't able to really muster much of any offense. I think they just had 2 hits going into the 7th inning. Offense was really struggling today, but let's start with actually Pablo Lopez. So Pablo, kind of an uncharacteristic down start for the Twins ace, goes 5 innings, gives up 7 hits, 4 runs all earned, a couple walks, which was uncharacteristic, 3 strikeouts, gave up 2 home runs, both of them coming there in that 4th inning, kind of an inning that got away from you. At a 10-pitch battle to Missner that ended in a walk. It was a kind of a rough start for Pablo, one that we're kind of unaccustomed to for him. I noticed too today, and again, maybe the heat plays a factor. I saw the clip where he was, obviously asking for more water. Correa was wiping down the sweat from his brow. But with the humidity, the velocity was down a bit today. Maybe the heat has something to do with that to a degree, sweating out everything. Pablo is a sweater. The dude does change jerseys a lot. I don't know if the weather had anything to do with that, but must have played something there. But yeah, Pablo, a little bit of a rough go today. The bullpen side, Cody Funderburk got the last inning. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to turn this into a Cody Funderburk trashing party. I'm good on the Cody Funderburk experience. He had a great run for the Twins there at the end of 2023 and into the playoffs. He looked like he was going to be a nice lefty arm, but it really just has. I know the Twins don't have a lefty. Danny Coulombe's on the injured list right now, but just in the last 34 appearances for Cody Funderburk, an ERA north of 7, walking guys, giving up a ton of hits. I'm probably good. I'm good on the Cody Funderburk experience. I know you're going to lose the game, so you probably are likely to lose the game at that point. You're not going to throw out one of your high leverage and better arms, but probably good on that. But the Twins offense today, real struggle fest. 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They left a total of 7 on base. In the bottom of the 7th, they had runners on first and second. Royce Lewis almost put one out. That right field wall there is kind of a Little League park, very Yankee Stadium-esque, which makes sense because it's a Yankees, and George Steinbrenner Field is a Yankees-affiliated field. But Royce almost puts one out, can't do it. In the top of the 8th, they put runners on first and second, nobody out, can't bring anyone home. Just a rough go for the offense as they drop a series to Tampa Bay. And Royce, man, he has been struggling. Looked like he was turning some things around there. Just 1 for his last 26. He has drawn a couple walks, but no home runs. Pop hasn't been there. I don't know if that hamstring has flared up again. I'm not sure if it's just a hitter struggling with timing still at this point. Talking about a dude that has like almost 60 to 70 at-bats now since being reactivated from the injured list, but has been not very effective at the plate. Hopefully he turns things around. He's done it before, but he batted 7th today, left some guys on. He's as fierce as a competitor as there is one, but He's hitting 138 now on the season, waiting for him to get going. Hopefully he does. I mean, Correa started slow. Eventually the batting average and, the ball started landing for him. Hopefully that's the case with Royce. But right now that just isn't the case. And he's struggling a bit at the plate. But Twins dropped 2 of 3, which is too bad, too, because I believe as the time of this recording, Guardians have a big lead on the Dodgers, so they're looking to close them out. So it'll be kind of a jumbled mess again in the AL Central. Twins get a much-needed off day tomorrow on Thursday as they leave Tampa this afternoon. They fly all the way up to Seattle for a 3-game series there, then a 4-gamer against the Athletics before returning home next weekend. It's the longest road trip of the season for the Twins. So, yeah, not how you wanted to go on the road trip, losing 2 of 3. Offense was obviously wasn't there much at all throughout these 3 games. It's hot weather. It's nice weather. The Twins have been begging for nice weather at Target Field. Hopefully they get that after they come back home, but not the case in Tampa Bay. Classic Tampa, right? They got Chandler Simpson, who can steal a ton of bases. They're a good pitching team. Rasmussen threw a gem today. But yeah, Twins offense doesn't have much to answer. And Pablo, an uncharacteristic start. So hopefully he gets things kind of back on track. But you don't really see too many starts from Pablo where he's throwing 30-plus pitches and giving up back-to-back home runs like he did in the 4th inning today. I guess that's life. That's baseball sometimes. But usually you don't see that type of stuff from Pablo. So with the Twins being off tomorrow, the 3 games at Seattle, it's currently lined up to be Zebby Matthews on the mound, Bailey Ober, and then Chris Paddock for Saturday, Sunday, respectively. So we'll see what Zebby's able to do. He hasn't really been able to go deep into games. But honestly, the pitching, even though Pablo didn't have a great day today, I mean, the offense is kind of the story, right? They're getting closer to getting Byron Buxton back. He was taking BP, traveling with the team. I saw the note from Bobby Nightingale, the Star Tribune, who covers the Twins, that there's some thought or maybe a timeline where he could be reactivated in Seattle, which would be good. Matt Wallner crushed another home run on Tuesday for the Saints. I would assume Matt Wallner is also going to be joining the Twins in Seattle between now and the next 48 hours. So now you're talking about your lineup getting at least 2 guys that they desperately need back of it. I know Cody Clemens has been awesome. Love me some Cody Clemens. But they need more offense. Their superstar and Royce Lewis is struggling. Correa now is back here from his concussion, but the sooner they can get, obviously, guys like Wallner and Buxton back in the lineup and they're playing with their full-fledged lineup, then that's going to be obviously only good things for the Twins going forward. I do have some prospect notes here that I'll get to in just a bit, but a shout out to my friends at Northern Soda Company, all right? So if you're looking for a nice cold one, nice cold soda pop, that is, to enjoy in this hot weather here. I think we're in the 90s coming up, so it's going to get very warm here soon. Go find a Northern Soda. They're in most grocery stores. They're in Cub Foods, Targets, Hy-Vees. Of course, the Twins Show root beer is a big one. They have a tap house locally in New Brighton, so you can go check that out, which is pretty awesome. So go check out Northern Soda. You can support the SKOR North Twins Show. Anyone that mentions the Twins Show gets 10% off, too, so go check out Northern Soda, and also Element Hotel. Keep powering the SKOR North Twins Show. If you're looking for a place to stay, skornorth.com/element gives you a 15% room rate, whether you're an opposing fan or whether you're looking for a staycation as a Twins fan. You can go to skornorth.com/element, steps away from Target Field, literally steps away, and you can stay there for your next trip to the ballpark. Prospect updates here. Let's give you some prospect updates. In fact, I saw a comment on the YouTube side here. I'll pop on the screen. Jack says, "Hey, Dex, going to Saints Storm Chasers game tonight. Any update on players I should look for?" Jack, that's a great question. Obviously, if Matt Wallner is indeed going to get another run here today, that would be fun to see him get some at-bats. Another guy to keep an eye on there, assuming he's going to be in the lineup today, Emmanuel Rodriguez, the Twins' number 2 prospect, got off to a very slow start with St. Paul, but has really started to turn things around at the plate. He's a guy that can draw a lot of walks. He hits the ball hard. He does strike out a bit. He's a little bit of a 3 true outcome, but he has kind of some better bat-to-ball skills than your traditional like Kyle Schwarber or Jim Thome at his peak. But in the last 10 games for Emmanuel Rodriguez, slashing .259, getting on base at a .474 clip, which is nuts. He's drawn 9 walks in the last 10 games, and slugging .630, 17 total bases in that span. So, again, I assume we're going to see Emmanuel Rodriguez in a Twins uniform soon just because of the idea that he's one call away in AAA. I know Wallner's on his way back and Bux's on his way back, and those outfielders are kind of blocking him right now. But if something were to happen to someone, like Harrison Bader, who is dealing with this finger issue, if something were to happen to Trevor Larnach, Emmanuel Rodriguez would, I think, be the next outfielder in line to get that call. And, Carson McCusker is probably going to go down once they activate Wallner. When they activate Buxton, that's going to be interesting too. I don't know who necessarily goes down. Maybe, again, if Bader goes on the injured list, it makes life a little bit easier. But Emmanuel Rodriguez, if you're going to the Saints tonight, or if you're checking out any Saints game, to be honest, is definitely one to keep an eye on. He's starting to turn things around, and I'm excited to see when he does eventually come up here to the Twins. So go check him out, play some center field, play some outfield. Should be a fun one to watch. Another one of note here on the SKOR North Twins Show. Hit the like button, subscribe button if you like some of these prospect updates. Keelan Culpepper, the Twins' first-round pick in last year's draft. So I've highlighted him before. He's having a great year at Cedar Rapids. He's hitting .311. He has a .926 OPS. And in the last 10 games, hitting .400. OPS well over 1,000. He's stealing bases. I've been trying to dig on this a little bit more. I don't know why he hasn't been promoted. I would envision it's coming any day now to AA. He's at advanced A-ball at Cedar Rapids, so he'd go to Wichita would be the next step. But he's dominated high A pitching. I know these guys have timelines, and there's certainly smarter people like Derek Falvey and Jeremy Zoll and the entire minor league staff definitely have ways of developing guys. But he's 22 years old. He's dominating that league. He should get a call up here pretty soon. He does play shortstop. Obviously, Carlos Correa is the team shortstop in the future, but I'd rather them draft really good athletes, and then if they have to move positions, that's always fine. But Keelan Culpepper having a great run here at Cedar Rapids High A. Hopefully, he continues that and gets a call up to Wichita here momentarily. On Walker Jenkins, I saw Jeremy Zoll, the Twins GM, did an interview. I think it was with Sirius XM Radio. It doesn't sound like the cortisone shot either. I forgive me here. I don't want to put words in his mouth. He had the cortisone shot at the beginning of the month. Walker Jenkins did. I don't know if that's responding as well as maybe they hoped. I think he's still a couple weeks out from resuming or getting back on the diamond. It's obviously a big buzzkill. He's the Twins' #1 prospect. I know Twins fans have PTSD with their #1 prospects and injuries. Buxton dealt with it. Sano dealt with it. And guys just in general, get hurt. In fact, the top 2 prospects in Walker Jenkins and Luke Keyshaw. Luke Keyshaw's technically the third. They're both on the shelf right now. But hopefully Walker Jenkins sees time at some point this summer. He's 20 years old. He's got a great future ahead of him, most likely. People are very high on him. Scouts, any publication you look at and talk to, they have him kind of as a bona fide top 10 guy on a lot of publications in the preseason. So hopefully he's going to be back here and able to help out for the Twins. Let's see, anyone else on the prospect list? You can go check out our video, by the way, with Patrick Royce. Connor Prelip is their other lefty. I know I just ripped Cody Funderburk. But Prelip has been kind of brought along very slowly with Wichita after battling some injuries. And so far, they're not really letting him go deep into starts. They're kind of just giving him 3 to 4 innings at a time. Does have really nice strikeout stuff. ERA of 4.3 in 8 starts. He is 24 years old, so he's in AA and kind of near that age range. So he's not necessarily pitching out of his skis, but he's battled some injuries. So hopefully kind of Prelip continues to just build up strength, and we'll see where he kind of stands going forward. But pitching really hasn't been the problem for the Twins lately. It's mostly been their hitting. So getting Buxton, getting Wallner back is good. And yeah, anything else, by the way, guys, if you want any other prospect updates or updates on players, can let me know on the YouTube side. You can tweet at me at Dex's Tweets, DM me. There's a SKOR North app, too, that you can leave feedback on. So anyone you want more information on, I can happily do so. But, yeah, I wanted to jump on here for an extra innings episode, give a recap what happened in Tampa Bay. Hopefully they get back on track in Seattle, plus some injury updates and a prospect update. And then tomorrow we'll have a full show. Mackie, Judd, and myself will have a little bit of SKOR North Twins Show talking about. I have a couple ideas couple of things. I saw there was an ownership update from reporters, and maybe we talk about that. Maybe we just kind of look at the season as a whole too. I know they've kind of lost 3 of their last 4 games, but they have been playing better baseball as of late. Reinforcements on the way. So plenty of stuff still to talk about. So that'll be on your podcast feeds and YouTube channel tomorrow afternoon. Appreciate you guys. My name's Declan Goff. This is the SKOR North Twins Show. Talk to you tomorrow.